Welcome to the Tip Channel. That is perfection.
Today we're going to take a look at routering in some hinges in an interior door. Now I picked this up at the lumber yard. It's called a HingeMate 150 and it's made by a company called Milescraft. Now this is only 15 bucks. I've always in the past taken my hinge and just simply lined it up on the door, drew a pencil mark around it, and took my router and freehanded it. But I thought, hey, for 15 bucks, I'd give it a shot. Anyways, what is included in the $15 kit? And they do offer this in a bigger kit as well. I just bought the smaller one. What's in the kit? This is a piece of metal that will get applied to the edge of the door. And then there are two different templates that come with the $15 kit. This one is for a 3-inch hinge, and the other one is for a 3.5-inch hinge. Now, on the one side of the template, it's made for a 5/8 radius. And what we're talking about is the radius corner on the hinge. So one side of the template is set up for the 5/8 radius. The other side is set up for a 1/4-inch radius. So if you had a hinge with a 1/4-inch radius corner, you would use that side of it. If you were doing square hinges, you would still use the 1/4-inch radius, but then you would take a hand chisel and chisel out that little corner. Keeping in mind we're dealing with a round router bit, so there's no way to actually get a square corner on that. So what we've done first of all is that we've done a center line on where we want the hinge. Now, you just don't want to put a pencil mark on one side. You want to go ahead and take your culmination square and go completely across the door. Here's the reason being, is that once we get the hinges done on the door, that little bit of pencil line is still going to be showing, and we're going to set the door up, raise it up off the floor how far we need it, and then we'll take and transfer that pencil line over onto the frame. So we've got the perfect indication where to go, the center line. So this template is marked with a center line, and that's what you're setting this hinge location up with, is a center line. So not a top and bottom, but the center of the hinge. Now this kit comes with a router bit. Now this router bit is carbide tip, and it is approximately about a 1/2 inch diameter, and it has a bearing around it. So if I went to buy that router bit, it'd be 15 bucks. So to get the whole kit for 15, hey, I'm happy. This will work. So the next step is we'll be taking the template. We'll be using the 5/8 radius. We're going to put this into the metal template, and then we will take and attach it to the door. So this has the center line. We're going to center line that up. There's two little tabs on the back side of this that'll go right up against the door. So we've got that into position. I'm going to take a self-centering bit and drill a hole. Then I've got about a 1/2 inch long number 6 screw that we're going to put into there. And yes, that is the bad thing, is you're putting 2 holes in the door that you're going to have to putty. But that's a whole lot nicer look than not getting a perfect router on your template and having that showing. So a couple little screws, I'm okay with that. Okay, the one thing that I want to mention to you that you won't find in their instruction sheet is that, just from years of practice, the edge on the inside of the door is a little fragile. What I'm talking about is you're dealing with a round router bit that's going like this, and it's wanting to blow that front edge out. And we don't want that. So what I normally do is, my very first cut is I will cut about 1/8 of an inch deep all along the inside edge of that hinge template, just so that I don't get any of that blowout that I'm referring to. And we'll do this in a clockwise direction, which the router won't tend to want to jump away. If we go counterclockwise, because the bits is turning in this direction, it'll want to come away from the template. So by going in a clockwise direction, it'll hug that template nice and tight. So we'll go ahead and get started. And there is our routed out hinge. How does it fit? Wow, it don't get much better than that. I did find a much easier way to figure out the depth for the hinge, so I thought that I would share that with you. So turn your router upside down, take your template, and make sure that you are, in fact, on the metal portion of the template. Set your hinge on top of that and adjust your bit accordingly. And you can see I've got that set right now so that it's dead on. Fortunately, I am doing this in the shop, so I've already got my jam boards done. They're cleared, they're ready to go. If you're doing this out in the field, you're going to want to shim the door up accordingly off the floor in order to mark your jam. In my case, I have some interior doors that are pre-hung out in the field, and they are set at 7/8 off the floor. So that's what I have my mark there. So as I mentioned, by taking that pencil line all the way through, I've still got that little bit of pencil line left. I can take my speed square and move that right over onto my jam, and I've got that center line of the hinge again. So now we have our center line on our frame. We've set our template back up with the center line, again with the little metal stops right up against that, the 5/8 radius for the 5/8 radius hinge. Ready to do our jams. That's simple. So, how did the job turn out? This is the tip channel. That is perfection. What? It ain't cocky if you back it up. I hope that you found this informative. If you did, please like and subscribe. And if you'd like to see this in the field application, check out one of my other videos, which will be labeled something like bathroom, bedroom renovation. Thank you much, and have a great day.